Hello and welcome back to the show, Travel Secrets with TV's Dave Galvan. This is the show where we make your trips better before you even pack. Today's episode is for the planners, the overreachers, the spreadsheet lovers, the I watched 47 YouTube videos about Rome crowd. In other words, the smart people. If you don't think you're a smart person, go ahead and go to the next episode of this very podcast. Here's the truth. Being smart does not make you immune to bad travel decisions. In fact, sometimes it makes things worse because smart people are confident. And confident people don't always double check the obvious. So today we're talking about travel mistakes smart people still make and how to avoid them. So number one is confusing the whole good deal with a good trip philosophy. Smart people love to optimize. They like deals, value, winning. And so they'll spend hours finding the cheapest flight, the lowest hotel rate, the discount tour, and then wonder why the trip feels so meh. Here's the problem. A cheap hotel 40 minutes outside the city is not a win. It's a daily commute you don't need. A flight with 2 long layovers isn't a deal if you arrive exhausted and waste your first day recovering. Smart travel isn't about paying the least, it's about getting the most out of your time, energy, and money. Mistake number 2, and I know a lot of people who do this one. Oh, I know a lot of people who do this one. Overpacking the itinerary. Smart people are efficient. They don't like wasting time. So what do? They plan 4 cities in 7 days, museums at 9, food tours at noon, landmark is at 3, dinner reservation at 6, night activity at 8. Congratulations, you've scheduled a business trip to your vacation. You don't remember trips because of that you saw the most things. You remember them because you had space to feel where you were. An overfilled itinerary is just stress with better scenery. Now, mistake number 3 is trusting reviews too much. I'll admit that I kind of fall into this category. Smart people research, deep dive, comparison charts, spreadsheets, but here's the trap. Reviews are written by strangers with wildly different expectations. That terrible hotel might have one complaint. Too quiet and relaxing, not enough nightlife. Oh, that really sounds terrible. Or rooms are small. Yeah, it's Europe. That's called old school architecture. It's what happens. Smart travelers don't just read reviews, they read between the lines. They look for patterns. Not one dramatic person who's mad at the ocean said it was too loud. Mistake number 4, choosing destinations for bragging rights. Smart people are influenced by status more than they want to admit. So they pick places just because it's trending, it looks good on social media, everyone says you have to go. But a destination can be famous and still be wrong for you. If you hate crowds, you don't want to book peak season in Santorini. If you don't like museums, why is your entire Paris trip built around them? A smart trip matches your personality, not your Instagram feed. Number 5, ignoring travel fatigue. Smart people push through things in real life. They work late, they handle stress, they stay productive. Yeah, then they take that same energy on vacation. They book the red-eye flights, early check-ins, late-night activities, early morning tours, and by day 3, they're cranky, tired, and wondering why this dream trip feels like survival. Travel is physically draining. Different beds, different food, time zones, noise. You can't power through a vacation and still expect to enjoy it. My wife and I on our cruises have come to the conclusion that we actually prefer to show up about an hour or 2 before they stop boarding. Why? Because everybody's pushing and a shoving and a shoving and a pushing to get their vacation started. We just like to walk on through security, boom, have somebody there, no lines, no stress. It just makes our lives a lot easier. And generally speaking, once we get there, the rooms are ready. We can just go straight to our room, unpack, and then explore the ship. Mistake number 6 is not factoring in transition time. Smart planners account for major things. Flights, hotels, tours, but they forget about the invisible time. Getting from the airport to the hotel, figuring out transportation, of course, waiting lines and getting lost. It happens to everybody. They schedule dinner an hour after landing in a foreign country like teleportation, some kind of real thing. Then the stress kicks them in the butt when everything runs late. Smart travel planning includes a buffer time. Great travel planning depends on it. Mistake number 7, booking based on phones alone. Smart people know better, but still fall for glossy pictures. The infinity pool shot was taken 12 years ago. That spacious room has a wide-angle lens working overtime. Photos do sell a fantasy. Details reveal reality. Room size, neighborhood, noise level, distance to things you actually care about. That's what determines how your stay feels. A beautiful hotel in the wrong location is just a pretty inconvenience. Mistake number 8, thinking every minute has to be worth it. Smart people hate inefficiency, so they try to make every moment count. But here's the twist. Some of the best traveling moments come from doing almost nothing. Sitting in a cafe maybe a little longer than planned, wandering without simply a destination, stumbling into a street performance or a local shop. When every minute is scheduled for maximum value, you do eliminate the surprise, and surprise is where the magic lives. Mistake number 8, assuming they don't need help. Smart people are used to figuring this out, so they think, I can book this myself, I'll just research, it can't be that complicated, and sometimes that is true. But sometimes they don't realize the great deal is in a bad location. The itinerary is logistically impossible. The timing is all wrong for that destination. Being smart doesn't mean you have all the local knowledge. It just means you're capable of learning from someone who does. And mistake number 10, forgetting the point of the trip. Well, this is a big one. Smart travelers are going to focus on getting the best deal, seeing the most, doing it right. They forget to ask one simple question, and that is, how do I want this trip to feel? Relaxed, inspired, adventurous, romantic, restful? If your plan doesn't match the feeling you want, it doesn't matter how efficient or impressive it looks on paper. So if you recognize yourself in any of these, okay, that's good. That means you care, and caring is step 1. Smart travel isn't about doing more research. It's about making better decisions with right priorities. Time over money, experience over checklists, feeling over flexing. That's what turns a well-planned trip into a trip, and you'll still be talking about it years later. All right, everyone, thanks for listening. I'll catch you on the next episode, where we make travel smarter, easier, and way more fun. Don't forget to hit that like and follow button, and we'll see you on Thursday.